Classic truck rescue. Well, it's... What? No. Classic truck rescue. Memorial Day 2020, and it's raining a little bit, kind of a somber day. Want to thank all the veterans out there, past and present, for your service. But on Memorial Day, it's my understanding that we honor and think about all the people that have died fighting for our country. But also at this time, I remember the veterans that I've known that have passed, that maybe didn't die in battle or whatever. But I was thinking about George Griffith. He's an Iwo Jima survivor that I met. A buddy of mine named Jim Anderson and I met him about 8 years ago. We were out in the middle of nowhere rescuing a truck, and we went to this small town, and we had noticed some trucks on the way into town on the side of the road, all lined up at a farm. And a couple of people, actually the guy that we bought the truck from, said, don't bother stopping there, that guy will shoot you or whatever. And Jim and I did stop, and we met one of the coolest guys I've ever met in my life, George Griffith. He was at Iwo Jima. He was a survivor, but he was a lot more than that. He loved his old trucks, and he passed about a year ago. His health started declining rapidly after he fell asleep next to his furnace one night and sustained some pretty serious burns. So I have 3 videos on visits to George. The first one, which will be CTR-191, was when Jim and I first met him. There's a large portion of this video where I covered the lens on the camera because George wasn't real comfortable. Well, that was the first day we met him, so he wasn't really comfortable, I think, completely with us being there or with the camera going, although he did let us shoot a little stuff. So that's what this video is about. I'm going to also upload the other 2 videos that I made while we were out at George's place. There's a lot of visits that we made where we didn't film, but the ones that we did make were with his blessing, and he relates a lot of his stories. Jamie got to meet him. I'm glad of that. And in the next episode will be the first time that Jamie met him, when we were hauling Sparky, our 58 GMC fire truck, back from Minnesota. And then we'll upload the 3rd video. Actually, I'm just going to do intros for the other 2. So if you don't want to watch a lot of footage with a black screen and George narrating, then you should probably stop watching when the screen goes black. I recommend listening to it though, because you're not going to have a whole lot of opportunities to listen to a World War II veteran that was at Iwo Jima tell you what it was like being there. I enjoyed listening to it when I found it. And the reason I'm uploading these videos is because I went and looked at the views, and a lot of my viewers haven't seen this. In about 2 days, we'll reach, actually in about 300 more subscribers, we're going to reach 60,000 subscribers. And I've noticed that 2 of these videos have like 20,000 views, which means technically less than 1/3 of our viewers, current viewers, have seen these videos. I just thought, since it's Memorial Day, it's an appropriate time to upload these videos, especially with everything our country's going through. It's not fully opened up yet. Most people, like us, usually have something that they go and do on Memorial Day, and that's not happening this year. But we just want to take the day to remember all of our fallen veterans, and hope you enjoy these videos with George, and peace out.
Yeah. Oh, and another thing.
What?
We got to tell people that we're going to try to experiment soon, when you figure it out, some live streaming stuff.
Oh, yes. In our last video, I think it was the last video, we introduced you to young Heinz and Nini, and they travel around in a van and do live streams, and they were suggesting to me that I do a few live streams. It's not something I want to do all the time. Don't worry, my channel's not going to change. I'm still going to upload regular videos to it, but it's something we may want to experiment with, where we just live stream a project that we're doing out here, or you know,
or just hanging out
or
out
just
here.
hanging out here. There's a lot of the property that people haven't seen, and there's a lot of things that we do out here that don't really make the channel. So we're just going to experiment around with that a little bit. It's a new app called Streamlab that we're just going to check out. But anyway, so this is the first episode of George Griffith, and it's the first time that I met him, and I was with my longtime friend Jim Anderson. We went to school together. He's been in my life a very long time. Good guy, and I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, Jim and I are out here in Ione, Oregon. We found a old guy named Griffith that's got all these trucks lined up out here. Naturally, we had to look at this one. Look at those parking light lenses. Keys in it.
Of course it is.
But it's kind of neat to look at it, huh?
Yes, sirree, Bob.
Yeah. Boy, those fenders are sweet, though. Look at that.
No rust in those. Everything's sweet on this. It's here and don't rain down here.
Isn't that cool to look at that line of trucks, though?
Yeah. You just need to get a photo of that.
Well, I can photo capture this. Actually, if I just go like this, look. Is it this way?
You get yourself a poster there, my friend.
So you served in World War II, a Marine?
Yeah.
Were you out of Iwo Jima? Wow. Congratulations. Oh, you got a commendation from the Secretary of the Navy?
Yeah, that's a presidential unit citation. I'm about right. In the military police, anyway. First platoon military police. Yeah,
Military Police Company Headquarters Battalion.
Yeah.
Yeah? Alright. Alright, Griffith. I'm going to give you a call. What's a good time to call you?
Well, anytime I'm home.
Alright.
Anytime.
I'm going to look around.
For some strange reason, I don't start very early anyway.
Not as early as you should. Well, it's nice meeting you.
Yeah, same here. Anytime in the evening,
You got a grip like steel. From all that farming. I'm very proud of you. I appreciate your service, and I thank you for your service and for the freedom that you
it was quite a tough one.
got me. Yeah. Iwo Jima. That's
I'll
something.
tell you just a little minute story. There were two flag raisings. This is the famous one. That was about 4 hours. You know, it was about 40 years after I got out of there before I found out that was not the first flag.
Yeah.
It was, and it just happened that the photographer, the people have said it was staged, but it wasn't. It just a guy named Joe Rosenthal was a photographer, and he just happened to be there and catch that. But anyway, this was the first one.
Huh. Yeah.
I was about a quarter of a mile from there, and I was in a shell hole, as you always are, you know, either you're above ground, below ground or dead.
Yeah.
And I was looking at the top of that mountain with a pair of field glasses, and a guy came up behind me and he said, "Give me those field." Well, I saw this string of guys going right up the skyline. I thought, man, you never do anything like that.
Yeah.
And
Get picked up.
anyway, he said, "Give me those field glasses. I want to give them to the lieutenant they belong to." And I turned around and handed them to him like that. And looked back up there and that flag was there.
That's
You
awesome.
talk about something impressive, you know?
Yeah.
Still in my mind, when I see the flag, that's what I see. And every morning, you know, just at daylight, as soon as I could see it and look up there and see that, it's pretty inspiring.